A very good afternoon to you and welcome to NTV at 1. We are coming to you live from the nation's center. My name is Edmond Nyabola and these are some of the stories making headlines at this hour. Are you unable to pay for your parking in Nairobi using the county platform? I bet your answer is yes. This is why there is no longer an available system to pay county fees digitally. Jambo Pay, which offers the payment platform for county services, has pulled off its services following the expiry of its contract with Nairobi after a second extension in May. The county is looking to miss out on tens of millions of shillings in revenue owing to that situation. The firm says it decided to end its partnership with Nairobi County, having given it enough time to find alternative revenue collection system. City Hall, which has been grappling with acquiring its own integrated county revenue management system, earlier set aside 205 million shillings for the process, but there are a lot of reports of lack of deliberate will to make it happen on the governor's part. I bet that is a problem for many Nairobians this morning. Now, a 7-year-old boy who was knocked down by a car in Deputy President William Ruto's convoy has died. Sidney Mambala Felix had been fighting for his life at Port Victoria Hospital in Busia County. NTV's Helen Wanjohi reports that the DP says he has reached out to the boy's family.
Deputy President William Ruto was in Busia County launching various projects on Friday. The tour, however, had a morbid end to it, as one of the cars in his entourage knocked down a 7-year-old boy. DP Ruto confirmed the incident involving young Sidney Mambala Felix through his Twitter handle, saying that Sidney was placed under immediate medical attention and the DP's office was being appraised of and reacting to the boy's condition to ensure he received proper treatment. Sadly, the Standard 1 people did not make it. The DP once again took to his social media pages, confirming Sidney's passing on. In his tweet, he said he deeply condoles with Mzee Mambala's family and their community. The deputy president further indicated that he had spoken to the boy's father and passed his condolences to the family, while pledging support in the trying time. Police reports indicate that the vehicle involved in the accident was carrying the DP's press team. The accident happened on Friday afternoon when the convoy was exiting St. Benedict's Budalangi Secondary School, where an event that the deputy president was attending had just ended. He was in Busia County to launch a 5.8 billion shilling 10,000-acre irrigation project in Lower Nzoia that is expected to benefit the area residents. Helen Wanjohi, NTV.
Quite an unfortunate ending to the young man's life. May his soul rest in peace. From one death to another, a livestock trader who was shot and dumped in Sabor Forest has been laid to rest in West Pokot. The trader, identified as Kedinyang Lotulia, was arrested alongside his friend and 4 others for allegedly buying stolen cows from Lomut Livestock Market. The 2 were later found in the forest with their bodies ridden with bullets, which residents and county leaders have condemned. Lotulia was laid to rest at his home in Chepareria Ward.
Tears engulfed the loved ones of Kedinyang Lotulia as he was laid to rest in Chepareria Ward. The tears made even more bitter by the fact that Lotulia's body was found in a bad state, bullet-ridden and dumped in Sabor Forest. County leaders have since termed the killing as cruel and suspicious. The MP for South Pokot, David Kosing, accuses police of what he describes as extrajudicial killings.
Sisi wa Pokot tuna suspect police kwamba waliwa watoto wetu. Na kama sio polisi, then Inspector General akuja atuambie ni nani aliabduct watoto yetu na kwenda kuua.
Lotulia was reported missing alongside his friend last week after they were picked up by a private car moments after they were charged at Kapenguria Law Courts for allegedly buying stolen livestock. They were later released on bond, but their lives would come to a cruel end when their bodies were discovered in the forest. The 2 were charged alongside 4 others who narrowly escaped death and are now being treated at the Moi Teaching and Referral Hospital. David Kosing has since signed a petition in Parliament to summon Dr. Fred Matiang'i over the killings.
Mimi nimeandika petition Na siku ya Jumanne wiki hii Mheshimiwa Spika amenipatia nafasi ya kuuliza swali. Mtu mmoja anaitwa Matiang'i. Sinataka Matiang'i akuje bunge, akuje ajibu maswali.
The Member of Parliament has cautioned police against branding all livestock traders as cattle rustlers. He says that the killings have had an adverse effect on families in the area as traders use the business as a means to provide for their families. Stacey Kirori, NTV.
Now, the Kilifi County Government has warned industries operating at Mariakani Municipality in Kaloleni Sub-County against polluting the environment. Kilifi Deputy Governor Gideon Saburi said that the industries were discharging effluents into the neighboring residential areas and farms. Saburi said this at Mariakani Primary School on Friday, where he led residents and stakeholders in celebrating the World Environment Day. He added that the industries that will be found to be discharging toxic waste into the environment will be closed and their operating licenses revoked.
Viwanda, shida yetu kubwa ni kwamba mnaposafisha mambo yenu ya kutengeza hiki na kile, pengine ni mabati, pengine ni vyuma, mnatuletea shida kubwa. Mnawacha maji yale ambayo yamechafuka na toxics yanaingia mtaani. Kuku wetu wanakunywa maji yale, mbuzi wanakunywa. Mmesikia hata mbuzi wengine wanakufa hapa Mariakani kwa sababu ya uchafu.
Staying in the counties, 60,000 residents from Lower Nyanza are set to benefit from a Lower Nyanza Nzoia water project, I should say. Three-phase irrigation projects was commissioned by Deputy President William Ruto in Budalangi constituency in Busia County. The Deputy President Ruto stated that the project will see the building of walls to control the flow of water in the irrigation scheme and building of dikes and canals to channel water to prevent water flooding. Water and Sanitation Cabinet Secretary Simon Chelugui lauded the project, which he said would boost food production in the area and create food security, especially in Busia and Siaya counties.
Hapa katika sehemu hii ya Siaya na hapa Busia. Hiyo canal mumesikia hapa, primary canal 31 kilometers, secondary canals another 30 kilometers, tertiary canals another 40 kilometers. Ukiangalia kwa ujumla zile canals zitajengwa hapa, the primary, the secondary, the tertiary canals, itakuwa kilomita 100 ya canals ambazo zitajengwa hapa kuhakikisha kwamba maji inatembea kwa canals, haiendi kwa mashamba ya watu.
Now, residents of Alia location in Mwatate sub-county are now living in fear of being evicted from their land after the government, through the Kenya Wildlife Service, started erecting the controversial electric fence despite disagreements with the community. The residents claim that KWS has extended 15 kilometers away from the boundaries in the map, blocking over 500 households from accessing their farms. They say they have lived there for over 30 years, practicing farming, livestock, keeping and also mining. They are now at loggerheads with land cartels who are out to evict them and subdivide the land. They are calling on the county and national governments to intervene and solve the problem.
Angalia mali imepitia, tutaenda wapi? Waya hii inapitishwa hapa. Na tulikuwa tumesema waya hii inapitishwa na National Park. Sasa tunashindwa, kwa nini hao watu wanatusukuma? Sisi hatutaki vita, tunataka amani. Hii waya itolewe hapa mara moja na irudishwe National Park.
Waya inashukishwa na bunduki, hakuna mtu anaweza kusema. Tumefungiwa kabisa, hatusemi. Jilo wenzetu wengine waliingizwa ndani.
Wale watu wanaishi hapa Alia ni over 500. Na watoto wako, wengine ni wachungaji, wana ng'ombe hapa. Na wengine wanaenda kuchimba, vijana wengi wanachimba mawe pale. Na hii waya ikifungwa hapa, au vijana wako hapa more than 500 ama 600 watakuwa wezi.
Now, a 68-year-old man from Adama village in Tana River County was killed by a hippopotamus as he attended to his farm in the early hours of Friday morning. It is reported that Hassan Abagala left his home after attending the morning prayers and headed to the farm to attend to his crops when the incident occurred. Residents said that such cases have become on the rise, with some involving crocodiles and lions. Some blamed the laxity of the Kenya Wildlife Service, which they said was not doing enough to protect them. Area MCA Abdi Ergamso said KWS should compensate the victims.
Ajaribu sana kabisa kukabiliana na hawa wanyama watuweke mbali kabisa, kwa sababu sisi hata asubuhi kama sahi tuko na kisasi mingi sana kutokana na jamaa yetu ambaye amekufa hapa. Tuko na uzuni mingi ya kutisha kabisa na hatuna furaha na kiboko sahi, na ndio hawa tu wanaringa wamejaa kwa mto, na sahi ikifika saa 10 watakuwa hapa nje bado wakitaka kuua wengine.
And to an incident that touches closer home. Popular radio host and football commentator Mohamed Juma Njuguna is dead. Juma passed away this morning after a long illness at a city hospital. Until his demise, Mohamed Juma Njuguna was working as a content producer at Radio Citizen. He was widely considered as one of the great voices to have graced the Kenyan airwaves. Juma was also a soccer commentator with over 40 years' experience in the broadcasting industry. His friends and fans also took to social media to condole with the family and described the deceased as a great colleague and mentor. His sterling career, which dates back to the early 70s, saw him mature in broadcasting from a qualified radio presenter, a TV producer, newscaster, and soccer commentator. His voice has been synonymous with the soccer commentary over the years, and the famous phrase "Kadenge na mpira," I'm sure you remember that, has long been associated with him. He received a head of state commendation in 2010 in recognition of his exemplary contribution to broadcasting and soccer commentary. May his soul rest in peace. To a bit of politics, and Ford Kenya Party is banking on its current ongoing grassroots elections to stabilize the party ahead of the 2022 presidential elections. Party members in Bungoma County had the last opportunity to elect the party's grassroots officials this weekend at almost 1,000 polling stations as they prepare to elect the county party officials this Sunday. Kandui Member of Parliament Wafula Wamunyinyi maintains that the ongoing elections seek to organize and entrench strong leadership in the party ahead of the 2022 presidential elections. Ford Kenya has been facing trouble after Deputy President William Ruto successfully lured a section of its leaders to his camp, including its deputy party leader Boni Halwale, who joined the Jubilee Party.
Naimiza wana Ford Kenya wote wale wamekuwa katika ofisi na wale watachaguliwa upya washirikiane pamoja kujenga chama, wakubalie watu wengine kutoka nje. Wale ninahimiza hata wale walikuwa kwa vyama zingine hapa Bungoma County. Sasa tuko open kufanya pamoja na wengine.
As a party, we are preparing ourselves for a re-election come 2022, and I'm very sure this party will take the governorship come 2022.
And hundreds of dogs were on Friday castrated in Machakos in a bid to tame the rising cases of rabies and dog bites in the county. Machakos County reported the highest cases of dog bites in the country, according to data by African Network for Animal Welfare. The county said that it wants the National Rabies Eradication Strategy to hit a zero mark by the year 2030. According to World Bank statistics, rabies kills at least one person in every 9 minutes worldwide, majority of them being children. Farmers lauded the partnership and the county government for the exercise. It was done in collaboration with the Africa Network for Animal Welfare and Vet Trex Foundation.
This is one strategy that we are using to control the dog population in order to be able to take responsible dog ownership. We want to have our dogs vaccinated.
And on that castration note, let's have a look at the day's sports with Waro the Kiru.
Yes, a very good afternoon to you. It is time to play on NTV at 1. I am Warote Kiru. Captain Victor Wanyama scored from the spot as Harambee Stars pipped Madagascar 1-0 in a scrappy international friendly played in Paris, France in preparation for the 2019 Africa Cup of Nations in Egypt after a barren first half in which Madagascar, who are set to make their maiden appearance at AFCON dominated, head coach Sebastien Minye decided to rest Musa Mohamed for Joseph Okumu, while Michael Olunga and Eric Marcelo Ouma came on for John Avire and Eric Yohana. Madagascar had a penalty.
The victory brings some confidence for the team. It's exactly what I want, but we need to, in the first half, show us we need to continue to be humble. Without humility, when you don't respect football, the football kills you. It was almost the case in the first half. Fortunately, we had a good reaction after.
It's always important, you know, to have games friendlies like this and to get on a good run, and you know, when you win games like this, it gives you confidence going to the next one with the big confidence, and also is a morale to us players, and it's just important to start this way, because I think this way is the only way to improve.
A win is a win, but there is a lot of work to be done. Hosts France smashed South Korea 4-0 to open their Women's Football World Cup campaign in style with a victory that announced their desire for the trophy. Striker Eugene Lesoma scored the first goal of the tournament in the 9th minute to send the home fans.